again, ole, ole. Johnson again, Johnson again, Johnson again, ole, ole. What's going on, people? What's going on? Big up you guys, bro. Let's go. What's going on, Mohammed? What's up, Jihyun? How we doing today? How we doing today? How are we doing, man? How are we doing, bro? Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for taking so long, guys. Bro, I was legit having straight technical difficulties. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't know if it's just like a me thing or if it's a YouTube thing, but my shit in the back end is not working how it should right now. But yeah, I hope everything is good. Yeah, man, like even my chat's not popping up, bro. Like, yeah, there's something glitching right now between YouTube and all that stuff. But yeah, man, welcome back to the channel, guys. Big up to you guys, bro. Shout out, shout out. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with my shit right now. I don't know, like there's some back end stuff going on. Let me just see if I can fix it really quick here. Let me see, is TikTok working at least? Ah, there we go, now it's working. Okay, yeah, like I don't know what the hell be going on. Yeah, there we go, we got it. Alright, cool. Yeah, man, big up to you guys, bro. We back with another stream. How we doing, bro? We got lots to talk about. Yeah, man, there's just Spurs never fail to keep us entertained. What is up, Mohammed? What is up, Jihyun? I want to say yes, we drew, and the later results aren't the best, but we are, as Spurs fans and Spurs in general, are going through a transition period. The transition that can make us or break us. Damn, I got so much homework to do, Jihyun. You have homework to do, my friend, and you're still here? I respect that, bro. I respect that. But no, man. Where to even start? So I actually managed to watch the Champions League game. Even though I wasn't live for it, I managed to watch it. And now that we've had because I haven't been able to put out a video or to really get my thoughts on it specifically, but now that we have a couple days to kind of just like recollect ourselves, or I guess not even a couple days, maybe just like what was it, 1 day to recollect ourselves and really think about it. Yeah, it wasn't good. It definitely was not good. But with that being said, okay, I'll start from the top. My initial reactions once the whistle blew was one of, damn, like, is this project going in the right direction, or are we like low-key kind of cooked? Now, that's the emotional part of me. Now that I've had some time to kind of rethink things and, you know, calm things down and really process what's going on. Let me take this off. To really process what's going on. I'm going to say that even though the performance was horrible, I still think that the fact that we were able to battle back and still get a point speaks volumes to how far that the project is actually coming and to the mentality shift of Spurs. Now, I don't know how much of that is down to Thomas Frank. I want to give some of the credit down to us actually winning a trophy. Obviously, as Spurs fans, we don't have that privilege of winning too many trophies, but when it comes to winning, typically when it comes to teams in a project, once you get that first trophy, it almost unlocks your ability to be able to win more. So for us, we had a 17-year trophy drought. We forgot what it felt like to win. But now that we won that trophy, this entire squad pretty much knows what it feels like to win. So that creates a mentality within the squad. And I think this mentality is being shown in the way that we're able to come back from down goals and still get a point at least. So I think that plays a big part into it. And look at Crystal Palace as well. Crystal Palace won their trophy too, and now they're completely unbeaten. Their mentality looks insane. Another team, Newcastle might not be the best example, but still, Newcastle got their trophy, and I guarantee if they're ever in that situation again, they're going to be heavy favorites to be able to get it done again. So that's what getting that first trophy kind of does for a team. But yeah, props to the boys to being able to battle back. But the point from the start stands is that if Thomas Frank had selected the correct lineup from the start, then we would have never actually been in that position off the get-go, if that makes sense. Because Thomas Frank didn't select the correct lineup, we had to be in the position to battle back. Maybe there was too much rotations. Maybe, I didn't love the winger options. I was fine with Odegaard, but Johnson, I'm so sick of seeing Johnson, man, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know if that game suited him. And then I think there was just too much rotation as a whole. Obviously, Romero being out kind of sucked. But yeah, man. I do want to give credit to Bodo, though. Jihan, not going to lie, the football against Wolves and Bodo was hard to watch. Yeah, bro, it's been bad. It's been horrible. The football against those two teams have been horrible. But I want to say that, like I said, like the thing that I love about Thomas Frank is that he's been able to raise the floor of this team. The ceiling still has ways to go. We're going to have to fix on this between the transfer markets, the summer transfer window, the January transfer window. It's going to take some time to fix the ceiling of this team as well as Thomas Frank's tactics. But the floor of the team has been instantly raised as soon as Thomas Frank went in. No longer am I worried about, like, okay, like, are we going to get slapped with 3-4-0? Now it's more so about, like, okay, can we at least get the draw? And that's a good thing to have. If the floor of the team goes up, that's a very good thing to have. And it's still very early days. We're like, what, 7-8 games into the season? So it's very early days. There's nothing to panic about yet. However, the offense is very concerning. And I'm very, very worried about the lack of offensive ability. And I don't think that Thomas Frank's tactics are going to be enough to unlock it unless he does something out of the blue, if that makes sense. Thomas Frank just doesn't have enough quality options. Our starting front should never be Johnson, Richie, and Odegaard. Yeah, I agree. But here's the thing, though. Like, at the start of the season, we were all saying at the start of the season, like, wow, look at our squad. Our squad has come so far. Remember the days of Højbjerg, Skip, Lo Celso, like the shitty options off the bench. But now we have, Richie, Odegaard, and Johnson. Like, at the start of the season, we were saying, like, wow, what amazing depth. What an amazing squad that we have now. But as the season is going on, we're suddenly saying that, wow, this is not good enough. So how much of this is down to the players not good enough, or how much of this is down to Thomas Frank not using the players in the correct abilities? For me, if I was Thomas Frank, I would get Brennan Johnson in that striker position ASAP, because as a winger, he's doing nothing, bro. He's doing nothing at all. So yeah, Kamal says Bodo was great, but did you see the first half? I think we were so bad, never seen us that bad though. Yeah, I watched the first half. The first half was horrible. It was Thomas Frank's goal to pretty much sit back and allow them to come on to us. I think because he showed them a lot of respect, it almost gave them like the gall to go on and come at us. But I think, like I said, I would have liked Thomas Frank to be a lot more offensive minded, especially against a team like Bodo Glimt. Like, the reality is that Ange didn't give two shits, and Ange went out there and he blamed them off the pitch. What we did was short of nothing but embarrassing. We should not be playing a low block against a team like Bodo Glimt. All due respect to them, they played really well. They're an excellent team with an up-and-coming squad, and they've done amazing things. But let's be real, it's Bodo Glimt. We are Tottenham Hotspur. We need to be going into these games and acting like the big team and dominating these people, bro. That's the reality. Like the stream, people. Yes, sir. Big ups. You already know what it is. Come on, what's up? Like the stream, people. Please like the stream. Next summer, let's sell Johnson, Odegaard, Tala, Richie, and buy players like Kudus. Yeah, like I said, the talent ID this past transfer window was a clear and obvious shift, and I think the club needs to keep doing this on the upcoming transfer windows. We focused on a lot of either proven players or players that we know are like of the star quality, aka Xavi Simons. When you look at Kudus was proven. He's done it. He's been doing it. So we had no worries about that. Palhinha, yeah, he was in the Bundesliga last season, didn't have an amazing season, but under Fulham, he was one of the best number sixes in the Premier League. So he was also proven. So there was a clear shift of our transfer window in terms of getting proven players. And I think if we keep doing this on the upcoming windows, I think we'll be in a lot better spot. So I'm looking at a player like Semenyo. Now, I don't think we're going to get Semenyo. It's going to be tough. He just signed a new contract too. So I keep seeing Spurs fans like wanting him so badly. Like I want him too, but he just signed a new contract and Bournemouth do not want to sell. So I don't know if that's going to happen. Let's say the old generation, it's over. The old generation, well, yeah, the Suns, yeah, I mean, that generation is gone, but we're in a new era of Spurs, that's for sure. Do you think Sun starts on this squad right now? Yeah, Sun would start for us. Sun would still be our best left winger at the club by far. He still would be. What the hell? I'm just looking at the TikTok chat. Floyd said that Frank gets 2 more games. What the hell? Yo, if you're Frank out right now, then I don't even know what to say, bro. We needed a winger that was ready to hit the ground running at SMH. Well, that was Kudus. Caleb, that was Kudus. That was Kudus for sure. But on the left wing, we needed that for sure. We needed that a lot. Yeah, man. But yeah, to answer your question, Jihyun, 110% Sun would be our starting left winger if he was still with us. I have no doubts about that. I have zero doubts about that. I mean, look what he's doing in the MLS. Like, he's lighting up the MLS. He's way too good for that league, man. So, could those results be a result of the inner situation in Spurs? Because that has to make an effect on everything. The inner situation in Spurs. Nah, what inner situation? What do you mean? What do you mean inner situation? I don't think there's nothing internal. I think the internal situation is actually getting a lot better for Spurs, if anything, to be honest. I think the internal situation is getting a lot better for Spurs, if anything, bro. So I don't know if that's a result of the inner situation. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm missing Solanke, especially with Richie playing so badly, lol. Is Richie that bad all the time when he was at Everton, or is it just because he's playing bad? Well, Richie for Everton was actually a really good striker, but I think with us, like, I think Richarlison is a striker that, like, you're not going to really want him to play every single game. You're going to want him to rotate a lot, and right now he's our only fit striker if you're not going to include Tell. So I think it's one of those things where you just got to give it, he has to have competition. Right now he does not have competition. He's playing a lot. He's played a lot of minutes, so he's got to be rotated. I don't think he's ever going to be, like, the main striker in a big team. I think he's definitely, like, a back. I think if Richie was a backup striker, he'd be quality. But having him as the main striker, I don't know. But here's the thing, and I'm guilty of this too. Here's what we always do, bro. The moment that Solanke is fit for a long period of time and Richie is out, we're all like, oh, I can't wait for Richarlison to come back. Oh my gosh, Solanke's not our main striker. Oh my gosh, we need to upgrade Solanke. And then when Richie's fit and Solanke's out, we're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for Solanke to come back. We need Solanke so bad. Richie's not our main striker. It's just the shiny new toy syndrome. When we don't see a player for a long time, we just gravitate naturally to wanting to think that this player coming back is going to save everything. And we've seen, if we go back to last season, we were all slating Solanke for the longest time. We were like, yeah, Solanke works hard, but overall, we're like, yeah, we need Richie to come back because Richie would offer us a lot more, is what we were saying, or at least more competition. So I think it's just a shiny new toy syndrome. Like, we do this with both strikers. Like, when Richie is fit, we're like, oh, we miss Solanke. When Solanke's fit, we're like, oh, we miss Richie. For me, I just want both strikers to be fit at the exact same time, and then let's see who actually grabs that spot. But right now, it's like either Solanke's fit or either Richarlison's fit. It's not both, which is freaking frustrating. Frank out is crazy. Yeah, no. If you're Frank out, then I don't even know what to say, bro. I have no clue. We need Savino. I'm a big fan of that guy. I think he is what we need. Yeah, unfortunately, Kamal, he signed a new contract with City, so there is no chance that we're going to get him now, unfortunately. Which sucks. Frank is allergic to offense. I don't know what Frank's problem is. I don't know why he's so, like, pragmatic. This was my like only gripe with Frank, as I had a feeling he would be a little bit too defensive. However, Spurs fans were saying on the consistent basis that, like, yo, nah, Frank's not going to play defensive. Look at Brentford when they're in the championship. He's going to be a lot more outgoing. But right now what we're seeing is that there's no creativity in this team. So I'm waiting for Frank to implement his offensive tactics. We haven't seen it yet. We haven't. if you look at all of our goals this season, the reality is that there's only been maybe like, I can count on one hand the amount of actually build up goals that we've had. I look at the goal against Burnley and maybe the one against the West Ham where Bergvall kind of laid it off inside to Van de Ven. But besides that, there hasn't really been like a whole like build up team goal, if that makes sense. Like a lot of our goals have been set pieces, own goals, lucky situations, pressing off the top. Like it hasn't really been like build up open play goals, which is what we need to see. We need to see the offense being unlocked. Yeah, Savina just signed a new contract. Don't think we only plays with one attacking player. Don't you think we only plays with one attacking player, Kudus? Yeah. Kudus actually made a tweet about this, but Kudus is pretty much like our offense just goes straight through Kudus, bro. It goes straight through Kudus. Without Kudus, bro, we're absolutely cooked. Like there's no offense gonna come from this team. It's just straight through Kudus, man. So, which is unfortunate because if Kudus gets injured, God forbid, knock on wood, we're cooked. Season's finished, bro. Season is finished. We're gonna be absolutely fried, man. So I pray to God Kudus does not get injured, man, because the offense goes through him. Even when you go like whenever we play the ball long and we launch it to Kudus, he's such a cheat code when it comes to being able to hold up the ball and then just lay it off. Like he's such a cheat code, man. Like he just gets out of the most difficult situations. He's so press resistant. Oh, it's okay. We will spend 80 million on him next summer. Yeah, I doubt it, bro. Yeah, he's not coming on. He is not coming to Spurs. I think Solanke's better at holding the ball and playing overall football, but he isn't great at scoring goals where Richie excels. I mean, now, like what we're seeing right now, I think Richie has a lot more potential to bag you more goals in the season, like on the course of a season. But yeah, I agree with you, Kamal. I think that Solanke's a better footballer overall, better at hold up, better at more team play. But if you want bare goals, I think Richie's the one to do that. But even then, I still think that Richie's not good enough to get us like 20 goals a season. Not at all. Bro, we're not even that good at Haram ball. I mean, yeah, low-key, as of late, the defense has looked a little bit suspect, bro. I can't lie. Like, the way that Bodo was able to play through us was actually extremely concerning. Extremely concerning, bro. If Polina and Romero are not on the pitch, then the way that they're able to play through us is actually terrifying. Let me look at the TikTok chat. Kolo. Oh, yeah. I mean, Kolo Muani. Kolo Muani has a huge potential to stake his claim in this team. But lo and behold, the moment Kolo Muani steps foot at White Hart Lane, that is when he picks up his third injury in his career. This guy has barely been injured before he stepped foot in Spurs, and now the moment he comes to Tottenham, that is when he gets injured, bro. It's actually insane, bro. It's insane, man. It's crazy. He's what people think Arteta is with Haram ball. Thomas Frank, bro. We need to make a move in January and let Solanke and Richarlison go. I doubt that we're gonna sign a striker in January. I doubt it. I don't think we will. We have 3 strikers right now. I think that Frank's going to give them to the end of the season. Give the season for them to prove themselves. Between Richie, Mwani, and Solanke. 3 strikers. Prove yourself. Tell there too. And then at the end of the season, then we go from there. I think in the January transfer window, we will be prioritizing a winger in that position. I think at some point you're going to see Simmons in the middle, which will really help this team. Well, he played the middle against Bodo. He played the middle at the end of Brighton when he came on. And then he played the middle, not against West Ham, did he? He's had a couple stints in the middle. Oh, Doncaster, he played the middle as well. So he's had a couple stints there, and he hasn't actually really lit up the ceiling too much. Let's be real. He's played way better on the middle compared to the left, but it still hasn't been mind-blowing in terms of his play at the middle. I think people are giving him too much hate. I think he's been okay in the middle, but he hasn't been amazing in the middle. I'll say that much. Against Brighton, though, he was fantastic. Against Brighton, he was freaking amazing in the middle. But that's when he came off the bench, so. Prove himself. Richarlison have proven that he is either 100% or 0%. No, I mean between prove themselves between the 3 strikers. Like No striker that we have has yet to be able to claim the spot of like, okay, I will be the number one striker. None of our strikers have proven that yet. So what I mean by prove themselves, I'm meaning between Richie, Solanke, and Moani when they're all actually fit. I want to see which one of those three strikers will actually step up to the plate and prove themselves over the course of a season. That's what I'm talking about. Let me catch up on this. Kudus will not get injured. He is our current Hoiberg. I hope, bro. I hope you're right, Kamal, because, I mean, bro, Kudus sometimes doesn't hog the ball too much. Yeah, the thing with Kudus, bro, I think if we actually had better players in the team, I don't think he would feel the need to hang onto the ball for too long, if that makes sense. I think it's because he knows, like, he's, like, legit our best attacker. He feels the need to pretty much make everything go through him. So he has that odd time where he holds onto the ball for too long. I think if he had better players around him that would demand the ball more, I definitely think that he'd be able to disperse it more. But right now, I don't think Kudus trusts the rest of the team and the rest of his attackers. I think that he's more so like, yo, like F y'all, I'm gonna do this myself type of thing. So he is so good at taking players on. Sometimes he do too much. Yeah, Kudus does do too much sometimes, but honestly, I can't even really get too mad at it because no other players are really stepping up to the plate to do it themselves. Kudus and Javi Simmons are the only ones who want to do it. And this actually leads on to my next point about actually Odebear. Odebear, for me, has shown way more than Tell. But when it comes to Wilson Odebear, he doesn't have the mentality. Like, he doesn't have, like, the fine, I'll just do it myself gene. He's so, like, he, like, ghosts or, like, he's so, like, shy. Like, he doesn't call for the ball. He's just so passive sometimes. I wish he has the technical ability to beat his man. I wish he would just call for the ball sometimes, put his head down, and just be like, rah, I'm gonna take on my man. But he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it at all. So I don't know. I wish Odebear would just, like, bro, just take the ball, take some freaking initiative, and take on your man because you have the ability to do it. He just lacks the mentality. That's the problem with Odebear. And saw Bentancur, bro. Honestly, man. Hot take. I'm selling Bentancur at the end of the season. I am selling. Listen, man. I've been noticing, bro. I want you guys to actually just watch Bentancur over the course of the game. Just watch him. Outside of his little pirouettes in the middle of the pitch or whatever, this guy is actually. He has no brain cells, bro. There's times where I'm like, okay, Bentancur, take the ball, receive the ball, turn, and go. But what this guy does is he takes the ball and he passes side to side or he passes back. This guy refuses to take the ball, turn, and go. He doesn't do it, bro. This guy just does not do it, man. He's such a bozo. Like, his brain just does not function like a normal person. I'm telling you, he's not very smart. He has maximum 60 IQ, bro. I'm telling you, man. This guy is not very smart, bro. And then, like, the mistakes that he makes in terms of, like, the tackling and just, like, dumb decisions, bro. Like, his decision making is horrible, bro. Like, genuinely. Like, Benton, like, the emergence of Paulinho has made me realize that we don't really need a player like Bentancur anymore. He's pretty much like a jack of all trades, but a master of none. He's like all pretty much just your average, just midfielder. Like, he doesn't really, like, do anything crazy. I think when he's focusing, I think that's when he's really excellent in terms of, like, his ball control and, like, being able to, like, you know, calm things down. But when you want to go on the front foot, Bentancur is useless, bro. And even defensively, sometimes he's a liability too. So I see no need for Rodrigo Bentancur. I see none. I'd be more than happy to sell him at the end of the season. But we're working on a new contract for him for some freaking reason, man. And yeah, bro. Like, I just like. I would rather much see, like, an Archie Gray in there who's, like, has, like, a lot more potential to grow and it's actually forward thinking compared to Bentancur, where he's just, like, he's so safe, he's so pragmatic. And I think that's actually why Thomas Frank likes him, because he's so safe and pragmatic. But he's not excellent defensively. He's okay, but he's not excellent defensively. And I think the best times where Rodrigo Bentancur shines is when we're actually up a goal or two. Like, when we're up a goal or two and you bring on Bentancur, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm more than happy to bring on Bentancur when we're up a goal or two. But when we're, like, you know, trying to win the game, even, like, when we're, like, even, I don't want to see Bentancur, bro. I just don't. I don't. He's so freaking, bro. This guy's this guy's stupid, man. Genuinely so stupid. Uh. Oh wait, let me just. To be honest, I don't rate Kolomwani, but he is better than Richie. I actually don't rate Kolomwani either. To be honest, like, listen, I didn't watch him too much. I'll be honest. I don't watch Kolomwani, but I'm well aware of how good he was previously, and if he can reach those heights again, then he's going to be by far our best striker. But can he reach that? I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, Bentancur has been shit, but Frank likes him. Yeah, I think Frank likes him because he thinks a lot like Frank. Like, he's just super simple and pragmatic and, like, just bang average, to be honest. Take the option to buy Paulina tomorrow instead of Bentancur. Yep, 100%. I agree. 10%. Xavi Simons has looked the best of the 10 signings for the summer. Wait. Xavi Simons has looked the best of the 10 signings for the summer. Oh, like me, like the number 10 signings in the Premier League? Well, who else? There's obviously Squirts. Florian Squirts. We're not talking about him, bro. He's booty cheeks. So I'm going to decide to do James Bond 007. Yeah, bro. Obviously, compared to Florian Squirts, obviously, Xavi Simons is by far way better compared to Breda Squirts. But that's not really like a high bar to hit, to be fair, bro. Like, it's Squirts, bro. I mean, come on, man. I can't wait for the chair celebration, bro. Me too, man. Me too, my friend. What do you say? On TikTok, PNC says Kinski, does he get the next game? Bro, Thomas Frank has got to play Kinski against Leeds. He has got to. I think he's still gonna play Vicario, but he has got to play Kinski. I would, because Vicario, that's another one that we're keeping our eye on, bro. I'm not like other Spurs fans where I'm like, hey, we gotta sell Vicario yesterday. Like, nah, I'm not like that. But I'm keeping my eye on Vicario, bro. I still think he's an amazing shot stopper, but he's looked very, very suspect in the last couple of games. So I'm keeping my eye on him. His ball distribution is crazy. Also, Vicario is another player. He lacks the mentality, bro. Like, his IQ is low key to like it's maximum 60 IQ, bro. Like, Vicario is not a very smart lad. So let's see, man. Let's see kind of what happens there. But I'm keeping my eye on Vicario for sure. Tell and Odegaard are both meh. Odegaard was the reason we went down 1-0 to Brighton. What do you mean? What was the first Brighton goal? Wasn't it the ball in behind? Was he the reason for that? Oh, I guess he did get stripped of the ball, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, yeah, but at least with Odegaard, like, I can see what he's trying to do. Like, I can see what Odegaard is trying to do. I can see the ability that's there. He has the ability to take on his man. He can go inside, outside. He mainly goes outside, which actually works really well with Jed Spence. And the link up between Odegaard and Udogie has actually been really excellent too. But yeah, he's got to find like the output, bro. He's got to get some goals and assists. To be honest, he's got to. Kinski needs a chance. I agree. Honestly, don't know why I hate Johnson so much. Almost everyone was shit against Bodo, but I still end up blaming only him. Well, this club has really messed with my head. Because Johnson is quite literally one of the most ineffective players when he doesn't have the ball. And he's most ineffective when he has the ball too. Like, all Johnson is like literally good for is running in behind and tapping the ball in, or like having the odd chance like where he actually has a proper finish. But when Johnson has control of the ball for too long, he's useless. When Johnson has to take on his man, he's useless. When Johnson has to play defense, he's useless. Like, Johnson is the most useless player outside of bagging goals, bro. That's why I'm saying just put him as striker and just hope and pray, bro. But then the thing is, if you put him as striker, then you're going to lose the hold-up play as well. So, I don't know, man. It's a tricky situation. Like, if he doesn't keep bagging goals, then I think we should sell him next summer. And if the right offer comes in for him in January, then I think we should sell him as well. I do think so. Bentancur used to be such a good midfielder for us. So yeah, he used to be, but I think after the ACL, he didn't look the same. Actually, no. He came back from his ACL 2 years ago. In the first season of Ange, he came back from his UCL against Aston Villa, I think it was. And then Matty Cash put in a horrible tackle on Bentancur. And then he got injured again. And then he popped up again later on. And then ever since then, he didn't look so good. I remember like the game that he played against Villa when he got injured. He looked so freaking good. I think we actually played him in the 10. I think we played him as the most advanced, either the most advanced 8, or we played him in the 10, and he looked so good. But then Mighty Cash put in a tackle, and then he got injured, and then he was out for a period of time. And then ever since then, he has not looked the same, bro. I'm telling you, ever since he came back from that second injury after his ACL, he has not looked the same. But yeah, he used to be so good. Bentancur's clearly an 8. His decision making is poor, and I think he gets nervous playing as a 6 since he's the only defensive midfielder. Yeah, 100%. He's definitely an 8. But even as an 8, though, I think he's an 8 when we're trying to protect a lead. I think as an 8 when we're trying to actually score. I don't think Bentancur is a good number 8. I'd much rather have a Bergvall in there or an Archie Gray. Like when Bentancur is an 8 and we're trying to go on and win games, you cannot play him with Paulinho. You just can't, bro. He with lone 6 sometimes gets nervous, not good enough. He can play as an 8, but not a 6. He can play as an 8 when he's not playing with Paulinho. If you're playing Paulinho and Bentancur together, it's just no point, bro. There's no point. João Pedro is better than Xavi so far. Yeah, bro. João Pedro's been excellent. João Pedro has been freaking excellent, but he's not really like a 10. He's more so like he can play 10, but he's more so like a striker. I don't think Vicario's IQ is low. I think he gets nervous, same like Bentancur. Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm just being a little bit harsh. Like, I don't think his IQ is low, but like he gets so freaking nervous, man. Like he gets so anxious. Like this guy's nerves is not there, bro. As a striker, Johnson is so weak. Nah, man, too soft. And that's what I was worrying about. I'm like, if you're gonna play Johnson as striker, I think you gotta play him alongside another striker. Like I would love to see like a Richie and Johnson type of formation where like Johnson plays off of Richie. That way Johnson isn't responsible for holding up the ball. But then, like, I guess what formation would you play? Like you lose a midfielder and you go for 2 wingers, or you go for like a 4-4-2. I don't know what you would do for that. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky situation because like Johnson's hold up play would be he'd be so weak. He got bullied early. He'd get dominated. Like he might get bullied there, bro. I can't lie. I mean, Son played striker and he was old and weak. But Son, the things that Son though is it's the formations that's different though. Like under Ange, like we weren't really looking for Son to hold up play too much. And then on that first season under Ange, we were like a lot more open and balls in behind and free flowing. So I think that's why Son thrived a lot. Whereas with under Thomas Frank's system, the strikers need to be able to hold up the ball. So it makes it kind of tricky because they're like almost like another outlet. And the thing is, like with Son, like all he was tasked at doing was like running him behind pretty much. So, and he was an excellent finisher. Like he's a way better finisher than Johnson. And Johnson's still a good finisher, but like he doesn't have like the outside of the box type of finishing. Wow, João Pedro is so good, man. Please don't call him the next Ballon d'Or winner. Nah, he's not gonna be the Ballon d'Or winner, bro. Chelsea is so overrated, bro. Honestly, I'm shocked at Chelsea's start because I had them pegged as a very good dark horse this season, but their start has been horrible. But they've been picking up a lot of red cards, and obviously Cole Palmer's been injured. They low-key left themselves a little bit short in the transfer window. I think they needed Javi Simmons a lot, bro. But of course we got him, and now that Cole Palmer is injured, we're seeing like the weakness of that Chelsea team. So, but yeah, I had them as a dark horse, bro. So I'm actually shocked. But which players do you think we're going to go after in the January window? At this point, I don't know, because I was thinking Savinho, but now that Savinho is staying at Man City. Now I'm not too sure. I'm thinking. I mean, I want to say Semenyo, but he's just signed a new contract as well. I don't know, bro. It's tough. It's tough. Like, there's not like a whole lot of options or opportunities out there right now. We need a winger for sure. Probably Lookman. What's Lookman doing right now, bro? Let me check. What the hell is Lookman doing right now? What is he doing right now? What's going on with Lookman? What's his stat saying this season? Adamola Lookman. Bro, he's played 2 games this season, Lookman. He's played 1 game in the Champions League and 1 game in the Serie A for 3 minutes, bro. He's played 64 minutes this season. Lookman, and he's only played as a center forward, which is crazy. Damn, bro, what the hell? Has he been injured or like what's going on? No, he's actually been left out of the squad. Shit. Bro, he's not being picked at Atalanta. That's so interesting. Hmm. Lookman's about to turn 28. He's not being favored in Atalanta. It depends. Like, how much can we get him for? That's the real question, bro. How much can we get this guy for? He had 20 goals and 7 assists last season. Yeah, man, he's not getting selected. He's out of favor at Atalanta. Interesting. That could be opportunity there. Lookman's an opportunity. Definitely an opportunity there, bro. Definitely an opportunity. What's up, Emmett, bro? Big ups, my guy. How you doing, Emmett? How we doing, my friend? Our midfield against Bodo was shit too. It was so shit too. Yeah, bro. Our midfield was horrible, man. Obviously, with a team like Bodo Glimt, and I actually want to cover this. Let's see if I can find the heat map for the game against Bodo Glimt, because it's actually very interesting to see how compact their players are and how dispersed our players were. Let's try to sign Nusa from Norway. I would love Nusa, bro. I think he's a quality player. I love Nusa. Imagine we still had Son and Kane in the squad. I hope Kane comes back next season. Are you going to play Gray as an 8 or a 10 against Leeds? I play Gray as an 8. I don't think Gray's a 10. I don't think he's that offensive minded. I play Gray as an 8 alongside a Paulinho and a Javi Simmons. What I want to see against Leeds is Simmons, Paulinho, and Archie Gray in that midfield. That's what I want to see. Let's have a look at the Bodo Tottenham game. I want to see the heat map, see if I can find one. Let's go to SofaScore. Goalkeeper of Chelsea tried Manuel Neuer where he got a red card. Bro, I'm telling you, man, they're picking up red cards like it's a freaking, like they're freaking goals or something, bro. Like, I don't know why. Like, they lack a lot of discipline, bro. They lack a lot of discipline right now. Need to start Grand Saturday. He's shown what he can do yesterday. 100%, Eric, 100%. Lookman ain't it, I promise you. I'm actually, same thing, bro. I'm actually not sold on Lookman either, bro. I'm not sold on Lookman either, man. I'm honestly not. I much would have rather Savinho. I much would rather look Semenyo. I feel like Lookman is another one that's gonna low-key blow up in our faces. Low-key, bro. I'd be fine with the loan. I'd be more than fine with the loan, but Lookman as like a pure signing, almost as a 20-year-old, by the way. I'm not for it, man, to be honest. Gift Orban. What the, bro? Keep that, bro. Do not say Gift Orban ever again, bro. Hell nah. Hell no, we're not signing Gift Orban, bro. I don't want Lookman, no way. Lookman with his mentality issues. Bro, I keep seeing these mentality issue stuff, man. Listen, they said Kudus had mentality issues too. I haven't seen it yet. They said Javi had mentality issues. I haven't seen it yet. So, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Let's look at a heat map. Let's see here. Lookman got pissed at Atalanta because he wanted to leave. Yeah, I saw that. Atalanta did not want to sell him, and obviously they didn't want to sell. They didn't want us to get the loan. They wanted a straight fee. So, Gray needs to start on Saturday. He's shown what he can do yesterday. Yeah, 100%, Eric. 110%. He definitely needs to start on the Saturday, bro. I think Archie Gray has looked, and actually in every single game that Archie Gray has played, I think he's looked really good. Like, I don't think Archie Gray has put in like a bad shift at all, especially against Doncaster too. I thought Archie Gray was excellent against Doncaster, so he definitely deserves to start. Malware, big ups, bro. Big up Nate and Kamal. Thank you, my friend. Big ups, Malware, bro. Gray as an 8 and Odegaard the winger, 2 young guns, bro. I'll do a predicted lineup here for the Leeds. This is what I want to see. I'll show you guys in a second here. I'm trying to find the heat map. Okay, actually, this is actually a very good. Wait, no, let's not show it. Actually, this is a perfect example. Hold on, let me pull this up for you guys. Let me pull this up for you guys. Okay, so if you guys have a look here, this on the left side, this is how Bodo primarily lined up in terms of like the average positions when they were attacking, and then this is our average positions when we were attacking. So as you can see, if you look at our attack, you have Odebear and Richie almost completely disconnected from the rest of the team. The rest of the team is so far back, and you have Odebear and Richarlison in no man's land, compared to Bodo Glimt, where majority of their players are way past the halfway line. Let me zoom in for you, as you can see a little bit better. So yeah, look at our players. Majority of our players are behind the halfway line compared to Bodo Glimt's players, who are majority of them are all across the halfway line. And then the second thing that I want to point out is the fact that look how close and compact they are. They have so many passing options with this type of setup. They can pass here, all nice and compact here. They can spread it out to here on the wide part. They have so many more passing options in the final third coming down here. Versus us, listen, Bodo Glimt was pressing us like crazy. They're all honest. They were pressing us in our zone. So there's not really any passing options on the build up here. So we always were forced to go long or wide, but then the defense would cut it off, or the midfield would cut it off compared to Odebear and Richarlison. So this is a big difference in terms of like how both teams look to attack. What we got to look to do is either keep Odebear and Richarlison down a little bit so we have more of a connected attack, or what we need to do is take more risk and push our players up more. That way we get our players closer to Odebear and Richarlison, which gives them more passing options. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of the times is that we end up passing the ball around the outsides a lot. Similarly to what we saw under Ange, except instead of doing it in the final third around here, we're doing it in the midfield part in the middle of the pitch, passing it around, switching from winger to fullback to center back to center back to fullback to winger, just going constantly like this. The occasional part where our either striker comes deep and lays it off, and then we have to go back and reset again. Like we're not really penetrating and building up in terms of tiki-taka building up. So that's a big difference in terms of the build-up of how both teams really look to attack each other, which I thought was very interesting. But yeah. Where did I leave off here? Florian Bond 007 has big issues, bro. I won't let him start for Germany anymore. This brother is cooking squirts, bro. Lookman in the January would be available for a loan, so let's take that option for a 6 month. I take him for a loan, but I don't want to buy him. I'll take him for a loan, but I don't want to buy him, to be honest. I'm scared he will turn out to be like the Casemiro at United. Casemiro at United. I mean, maybe. I just feel like he's getting too old, and I don't think Lookman is exactly what we're looking for. Like, here's the thing, like the winger position is already so like bloated. So if we sign him on a permanent deal, that's another spot that we're gonna have to like deal with. That we can't get in a top quality. Like here's the thing. Out of all the teams in the Premier League, like out of the top 8 Premier League teams, like the Villas, Newcastles, and the Big Six, like would Lookman start for every single one of those teams? I don't think Lookman starts for Man City. I don't think Lookman starts for... Lookman definitely does not start for Arsenal. He doesn't start for Liverpool. He doesn't start for Chelsea. Actually, could he? Neto. Gittins. He could potentially start for Chelsea. Potentially. But most likely it would be probably like a rotation option. I don't think he would start for Chelsea. I think Lookman... He probably starts for United. But they don't really play like a traditional system, as we all know. But he'd probably start for United, to be fair. Does he start for Villa? Who's Villa's left winger? He might start for Villa. He doesn't start for Newcastle because you got Gordon over there. Like, nah, he doesn't start for... He probably only starts for like maybe 2 or 3 out of the top 8 teams. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. Malware, bro, big up, good to see you. We need Kulusevski back, and our attack is unstoppable with Kudus and yeah. But here's the thing, though. When Kulusevski comes back, where does he play? Where does Kulusevski play in this team? Because unless you play Xavi on the left and open up that spot for Kulusevski, then yeah, you can get Kulusevski, Kudus, and Xavi in the team. But if Xavi plays the 10 and Kudus plays the right wing, how does Kulusevski get in? Unless you put Kulusevski on the left wing. But I don't know about that, bro. Or you play him striker. Kulusevski could do a striker, you know. I could see Kulusevski as a striker. I could see it. Kulusevski can definitely hold up the ball. Kulusevski can. He can do the thing in the air. It's just the finishing. Like, he's not really like as clinical, but I think if he was closer than that, I think he'd be able to finish. Yeah, I could play Kulusevski striker, you know, maybe. Could do it. But I think playing Kulusevski as a striker almost hinders what he's best at, like his ball carrying and his passing. I think you take away like a lot of his best attributes if you play him as a striker. But I think he could do a job. I think he could. I don't know. What do you guys think? Bro? I can't blame Thomas Frank because honestly, he's new to the Champions League. I mean, yeah, that is true. But I mean, we gotta push on, bro. We gotta show him some more ambition. Stay patient with Frank. Remember, we are missing Son, Kulu, Madison, Solanke. We are too reliant on Kudus at the moment. Yeah, and that's another big thing. That is the reality. If we had Son, Kulu, actually, don't even count Son. If we just had Kulu, Madison, and Solanke in this team, bro, we would look dangerous, my guy. We would look so dangerous. And the options off the bench, either Kudus off the bench, or Kulusevski off the bench, Xavi off the bench, or Madison off the bench, Solanke off the bench, or Richie off the bench, this team would look so much better. So much better. I do think it's Frank's fault. I trust Frank, but he needs to take the blame. We had no options to pass players nowhere near to each other. Yeah, 100%. Like I said, the players are too far apart. He needs to get them closer together. At least I hope so. That's for Madison. I mean, yeah, we never know, bro. What's up, Archer? Big ups, bro. Big ups, Archer. Whoops, I did not mean to do that on the TikTok side. Hold on, what the hell? Big ups, Archer, bro. Big ups. Malware, we are patient, but still trying to point out the errors we made against Bodo. We were shit. I mean, the reality is, like, how many good games have we actually played this season? West Ham, maybe Brighton, and Burnley and Man City probably. Even Burnley wasn't like amazing. But I mean, yeah, I'd probably say like the main ones for me are like West Ham. And even West Ham wasn't like crazy either. The reality is like the most like insane, like excellent performances that we've had has pretty much just been Man City. Pretty much, bro. It's pretty much just been Man City for like the most part of like the best performances that we've had. Which is concerning. Good to see Van de Ven cap, but that's like the only positive. Yeah, bro. I mean, yeah. Van de Ven lost his head for a minute there too. Let's go for Tzolis at Bruges. I don't even know who that is, Mohammed. I can't lie. I have no clue who that is. We looked like a League One side on that attack lately. It's so bad, bro. Without Kudus, like our attack is doing nothing. It's horrible, man. We forgot the basics of 1-2 passing. Our players legit hold on to the ball for too long, and they don't 1-2 pass. Like, there's so many times where we can just like do a quick 1-2 and move the ball quickly, but we refuse to do it. I don't know why. Especially Kudus, bro. Especially him. No one is connecting at the moment in the attack. By the way, Bentancur is shit. Needs a reset. We need to sell Bentancur, Malware. We need to sell him ASAP, bro. We need to sell this brother ASAP, man. Slot Kulusevski in the 10, Xavi left, Kudus right, and he feeds either because they can beat their man. So Kulusevski in the 10, Xavi left, and Kudus right. I think the only way that Xavi can play on the left hand side is if you play Uduggy alongside him. If you play Uduggy alongside Xavi, then Xavi can go inside, and then Uduggy can go outside. That's the only way. If you play Spence and Xavi Simmons, it's not gonna work. But yeah, I could definitely see that being a possibility. Let's sign Bodo's left winger. That hey guy, he's scoring goals for fun. Yeah, bro. But next thing you know, he's gonna come to us and he's gonna play like absolute shit. So, Kulu can play as Firmino at Liverpool. I could see that. That's a good shout. Kulu at center mid. I could see that potentially. Could you play Kulu in the 8? Could you play Kulu as an 8 alongside of Xavi Simmons? Is that too attacking? We did see Madison and Kulusevski sometimes. It looked pretty good. I think if you do a Kulusevski and a Xavi Simmons and then a Paulinho, I think that you could get away with it. I think you could. If you play Kulu, because Kulu has the legs too. He has the engine to keep going, so he has the legs. I think if you play Kulu and Xavi with Paulinho, I think you could get away with that and still be okay defensively. I think you could. You just have to have wingers that will be able to track back. Like Kudus is going to have to work extra hard, and whoever plays on the left-hand side has to work extra hard as well. But I think you could get away with it. I think you could. Kulu and Sar and Paulinho or Bergvall or Xavi Simmons. Oh, that's a great midfield. Yeah, Sar's looked low-key kind of off it lately too. But so has Bergvall as well, man. I can't lie. Bentancur is not a 6. He is better going forward, but definitely not a 6. Yeah, no, he's not a 6, bro. He's not a 6. Why leaving out Matters? The only thing with Madison, my guy, he is so injury prone. I can't trust anymore. I love the player, but yeah, that's the thing with I think Madison is still either our best player or one of our best. I think he gets way too much hate, Madison, bro. I don't see why James Madison gets so much hate. I think in big games, James Madison is one of the few players that actually rises to the occasion. Like, Madison loves playing against, like, an Arsenal, a Chelsea. Like, he loves playing against the United. He loves playing against the big teams. City as well. Like, he loves those moments, bro. Like, he's one of the only few players in our squad where I can be like, okay, against the big teams, Madison will rise to the occasion. But yeah, I think he's such a quality player, but I think he gets way too much hate. But the thing is, he cannot stay fit, bro. But I think now that we have Xavi Simmons and more competition, I think that we'll be able to rotate more, which will give him, hopefully, better fitness. I pray. I'm looking for the next Dele Alli. Yeah, bro, we might be searching for a while for that one, to be honest. He can play the 6. He did it brilliantly last season. I think it's the arrival of Paulinho that got looking. I wouldn't say that Bentancur was brilliant in the 6 last season, bro. I'll be honest. But I think a lot of that was down to Ange's system. But yeah, I don't think he was brilliant in the 6. There was like a lot of times where he got overrun. There was plenty of times where he got overrun. I don't think he was brilliant, to be fair. Matters is definitely injury prone, but I think the games he gets away puts a 7. Yeah, like James Madison rarely ever puts in a stinker, bro. Like, he's pretty consistent. Like, when Madison is on his game, he's one of the best number 10s in the league. When James Madison is on his game, he's one of the best number 10s in the league, bro. I'm telling you, he's such a quality player, man. And he's the only one of our few players as well that can actually pass the ball from deep. That's why I'm saying, like, if you could figure out a way, if you could almost play Kulusevski as the more advanced 10, and then have Madison dropping deep and spreading the ball, almost like the Damsgaard role for Thomas Frank under Brentford, I think Madison would excel a lot on that. It would help unlock our attack. Because if you have Madison dropping deep alongside Paulinho, it allows for Romero to be able to pass the ball, Porro, and Madison. That's 3 outlets from deep who can spread the ball upwards. So, but then it's like defensively, though, it would be kind of suspect. I don't know. We'll see. But I think you could definitely get him in that role. Like I've been saying, give us Marcus Thuram ASAP. Marcus Thuram. I don't watch him either, bro. So I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm going to trust you, Archer. I'm going to trust your opinion, bro. Madison is literally Samuel L. Jackson character in Glass. Brother. Bro, shouldn't say this guy's fragile as hell, bro. What the hell? Last season all the players were shite. Yeah, bro. You like Matters though. Is Madison's quality just injury prone? Yep. Madison's stats were good last season. Yeah, Madison was like what? I think Madison was like one of our most effective players last season. I think he was. Yes, Kamal, but we don't want him to retire because of his injuries. Like when it comes to Madison, like if the right offer comes in, maybe you could consider selling him. I say that we give him one more chance. Give Madison one more chance. If he gets like a long-term injury again, then I think you sell him. But for me, see how he returns back after the ACL, and if he looks good, then do not sell him. But if he gets another big injury again and he can't stay fit, then I think that's when you need to look to sell him. But for me, I think Madison would be saving this team right now, in my opinion. Bergvall is so underrated, man. It's criminal. I don't think Bergvall's underrated, bro. I don't think Bergvall's underrated. I think he's actually fairly rated. I think he's just in a slump right now. Nah, I don't think he's underrated, bro. I don't think he's underrated, man. I don't think so. Yeah, he is injury prone, but Ange's system didn't help him either. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Kamal. Like, yeah, um, oh, you're talking about Madison. Yeah, he's injury prone, but Ange's system didn't help him either. You're saying that because of Ange's system, Madison got injured a lot. I think nah, I don't think that's down to Ange's system. I think Madison is just notoriously a very injury prone player. I don't think that's down to the system, to be honest, bro. I think he's just naturally injury prone, if I'm being real. Yes, Marcus Thuram and Bastoni and Barella. Yeah, it ain't happening. Yeah, it ain't happening, bro. That ain't happening, bro. I love Barella. I love Baleba as well. I love Bastoni, bro. That's just not happening, man. Oh shit, I still can't believe what Bodo did to us. Not gonna lie, their play style is clean as fuck. Listen, listen, bro. As shit as we were, bro. Bodo Glimt played excellent. Bodo played so freaking well. I think because we're seeing that name and they're like in the Norwegian league, I think we're low key like hating on them a little bit too much. Bro, they're an excellent side. They're gonna surprise a lot of people this season in the Champions League when they play at home. They're an excellent, excellent side, bro. So, yeah, you got to give them credit too. They played so freaking well, man. Their ball movement is insane. Like I was like shocked. I was like, wow, they're playing some beautiful football, bro. Like they're actually very entertaining to watch. The way that they're able to play through teams and just like knock it around, it's actually beautiful, bro. They're a very good side, very good side. Who you think should be our midfield three? I think if Polina is starter, it should be Gray and Javi. Yep, I agree, George. I agree, George. I think that our best midfield right now in form would be Gray, Simmons, and Polina. Bro, the positions, the positions that Archie Gray is taking up is actually insane. There's like I'm gonna pull up the tactics board actually because I want to show you guys. There's like a half pocket of space that Archie Gray keeps consistently taking up, and it's just such a dangerous spot. And we legit saw goals like that happen against Doncaster, and then we saw it last game as well. There's like a half pocket of space that Gray keeps consistently getting into, and then he does like a little like pirouette and like a little bit of a cutback, and he just lays it off, and it's just a goal, bro. It's just beautiful, man. Beautiful stuff from Archie Gray. Let's open up the tactics board here. Kobe Manu sitting on the bench. Let's snatch. I'd be so down for Manu, bro. I'd be so down. But again, I don't think Manu moves the ceiling too far. I think he moves the floor. I don't think he moves the ceiling. We have Gray, Bergvall, and Sar. Why do you think we have to spend money on another 8 like Manu? Yeah, also that too. I don't think there's a need for Manu as well. I don't think there's a need for him. Kobe can play 6. Yeah, bro, but he's not really a 6, man. Let's be real. He's not really a 6, man. Kobe is much more like of an 8 than a 6, man. He's not really a 6, dude. He's not really a 6. He's not really a 6. Okay, let's bring up the board here. So I want to show you guys. Okay. Let's pull up what we had against Doncaster here. Say Denzo. Who started? We had Porro and Porro and Spence. No, we didn't have. Who was in midfield? We had Johnson was on the right. Xavi was not on. We had Odebear, Richarlison, had Bergvall, Sarr, and Bentancur. Yeah. So yeah, this was our midfield against. Oh wait, let me bring on Archie Gray. Actually, let me do what the changes. I think we brought on. Let me revert that. We brought on Kudus. We brought on Gray for Sarr, I think it was. We brought on Paulinho. Bergvall came off, Bento came off, and Xavi came on. 10, the 8. I guess it's a 4-3-3, so we'd have that. And then we had Tell came on too, right? Yeah, Tell came on as well. Then we had Udagi come on too. Where's Udagi? I don't have Udagi. I don't have Udagi one. Crazy. Make Udagi. Oh. Okay. So this is pretty much what we had when Gray came on. That's what we ended the game with pretty much. Bro, Archie Gray is doing such a good job at taking up these sort of like, let me fix this up. Taking up these half spaces over here. He's doing such a good job of taking up these half spaces over here. We're seeing Archie Gray get the ball into these spots along here. And what Archie Gray does is he pretty much receives the ball. It's like a little bit of like a pirouette, kind of like this. A pirouette like this. And he takes the ball and he's able to like catch either like Richarlison or like a Tell coming in the box later on. Or find like the cut back to like a Xavi coming in here too. Like he's doing such an effective job at getting into these half spaces here, bro. Oh. Whoops. Getting into these half spaces. He's doing such a good job at that. And just his ball control too, like, and his link up with Kudus has been really excellent as well. So I think when it comes to Archie Gray, he definitely needs to start because I think he's looking so excellent in that like 8 role, playing alongside like a Xavi, and he's linking up very well with Kudus. Let's bring this up. Where is this? If Frank is this master tactical genius, why doesn't he try switching formation more often to try to make us attack better? These tactics of late are giving me Amarim vibes. Oh shit! No, that's a crazy take. That's a hot take, my friend. That is a very hot take. Amarim vibes fits with the formation. I think if I'm trying to understand what Thomas Frank is thinking, I think it's about not having all of his players fit, and I think it's about just trying to be not like flexible. I mean, yeah, almost like flexible, but like not flexible. I don't know. It's confused. Like, I think he's just getting it wrong. I think he's just getting it wrong, to be honest. I think he's just getting it wrong, bro. Like, I think he has an idea of like what he wants to do, but it's just not coming off. And this damn 4-3-3 needs to stop, bro. I'm so sick of this 4-3-3 nonsense, bro. Go back to the 4-2-3-1. Go back to the 4-2-3-1 because it's just not, the 4-3-3 is not working, bro. Bergvall can play 6 and Archie can play center back, but it doesn't mean they're natural at that position and can play at that level. Who should be left wing, and do you think Spence is better for our team at left back or right back? I think it just depends on the game. Like if we're going up against a very strong, effective team, I want Spence and Udagi. Like if we're going up against like an Arsenal or like a Man City or like a PSG, I want Spence and Udagi. And then if we're like against a team that needs to be like, we need to be on the front foot, then you could probably go for like a Spence or a Udagi and then Spence on the bench. But it just depends pretty much, bro. It just depends. It also depends like on who that winger is. Like if that winger is Odebear, if the winger is Odebear, then you play Spence. If the winger is Xavi, then you play Udagi. Because as we know, Spence wants to go inside. Spence always wants to go inside. And then Xavi Simmons also wants to go inside too. So it just depends on who that winger is here. If it's an Odebear, then I think it works fine because you have Spence going inside and you have Odebear going outside. So they don't get in each other's way. But yeah, it just depends on the winger. Xavi, Polina, and Gray. Yeah, 100%. What about another fullback? Maybe Poro ain't Superman. Yeah, we need another fullback too. I think we should send another fullback in January for sure. Gray deserves a start. I want to see Gray too. Gray as a center back. Lol. Nah, no Gray center back, bro. Gray and Bergvall and Xavi at 10, because let's be honest, it's the Leeds. Gray, Bergvall, and Xavi. Who would you put? Like Gray in the 6? We should still show some respect to Leeds because they still are a Premier League side. I would play Polina, Gray, and Xavi. I think Polina, Gray, and Xavi is more than enough to go forward. Gray has a technical ability to progress up the field. He's more offensive minded than Bentancur for sure, 100%. I feel like Frank will start Tell as our starting left winger. Against the Leeds? Fuck, I hope not. I hope not, bro. I hope not. Polina is needed at 6 in order for Gray to work. He isn't a 6. I think Gray can become a 6, but right now he's not a 6. But I think he can become a 6. Yeah, in my opinion, we got Gray and Bergvall competing for the SA. I assume we mean for like the same spot. I assume that's what you mean. No, we don't need a 6 against Leeds. Bro, you do need a 6 against Leeds because Leeds will catch us out. You still need a 6 against Leeds, bro. You still need a 6 against Leeds, dude, because we're gonna get hit on the counterattack. Like we can't just. We're gonna get overrun in that midfield if we play Bergvall, Gray, and Xavi Sims. We're gonna get overrun like crazy, bro. We need a 6. I think one of the reasons our midfield was so bad is because it keeps getting rotated. They need to play some games together and get consistent minutes. Yeah, that's like another thing that we're not talking about. Like the team just needs to gel. The team just needs to gel 100%. And it's early days still, so I'm not like freaking out. But the offense is worrying, bro. The offense is so worrying. We definitely need a sitting 6 against Leeds. 2 10s who go forward like Gray and Javi. Yeah, exactly. Like get the sitting 6 in there, and then just allow Gray and Javi just to go forward. Like we need a sitting 6, bro. Our starting midfield right now avoids playing or passing in the middle. No build up through it. Yes, George. That's a freaking amazing point, bro. That's what I was gonna talk about next, actually. Let's use the starting lineup that we had. Suspense Boro, Vedavan, Danzo, Paul. Nope, we had Bentancur. Who else do we have? Had Johnson in here. Kudus wasn't on. What the hell? Who do we have here? Bergvall. And then I have 2 Paulinas. I just realized I have 2 Paulinas. And then the Sar. That's what we had. And then Richie, Odebear. Yeah, so the problem with our team right now is that our build-up is legit this, bro. I'm going to break down our build-up in the most simplest way possible. Like, it's going to be actually so embarrassing, but this is our build-up pretty much. Hold up. This is our build-up. Okay. Let's get everyone. You kind of like have Bergvall and Star kind of taking up these positions. This is literally a build-up, bro. All right. So it starts with Vicario. Then ball goes over to Van de Ven or Danzo, doesn't even matter. Then either like a Sar like drops deep to come and like receive it, and then Sar lays it off to Poro, or Bergvall drops deep, but it's usually like the number 8 over here that drops deep, or Bentancur just like receives it with his back, turn to goal, and then just passes it back or something like that. So it goes from Vicario, Van de Ven, then it goes out to Spence usually. And then because Spence is right-footed, he has to take the ball on this side of the foot to take it on his right side and then bring it over. And by then, the winger's already on him. Or you do like a quick 1-2 typically up to Odebear. And then Odebear receives it with his back to the goal. And then the fullback's on him. So then Odebear pretty much has to pass it all the way back to Van de Ven. And then we go again. Then Van de Ven passes it back over to Danzo. And then Danzo passes it over to Poro. and then Poro then passes it up to Johnson, which Johnson is shit, so he loses the ball. And then they go and attack. Then they take the ball and they go and score. That's the build-up, bro. That's the build-up, guys. Like, I'm telling you, the build-up is so bad, bro. It's legit. Or, okay, I'm being too harsh on Johnson. Hold on. Being too harsh. Let's give him some slack. So the ball goes to Johnson. Okay. The ball goes to Johnson in this position. And then Johnson then just either, sometimes you have the occasional chance. You have the occasional chance where Bentancur, pops up in this position, Bentancur pops up there. And then it's like, oh, shit, Bentancur's there? Okay, play it off. And you know what Bentancur does? You want to know the funny thing? You know what Bentancur does, bro? Bentancur does this. Let me face that way. And pass the ball back to Van de Ven. Or let me face this way and freaking do a cross over. Do a cross over to freaking Spence or something, bro. Like, I just wish Bentancur, all that has to happen, bro, and it's such a simple thing. All that has to happen, it's so simple, guys. All that has to happen is you have Bentancur here, okay? You have Sarr just have Sarr come deeper a little bit. And have Bergvall Bergvall needs to be out there. He can come a little bit deeper too. You don't have to. I don't see any point. For some reason, we always have our number 10 being so high up here. Just have him come a little bit deeper here, or like around like the middle of the pitch. All that has to happen is a pass over to either Spence, and then all Bergvall has to do is shuffle over. 1-2, boom, play on. All right. Let me get rid of this actually. 1, 2. All right, just boom. Ball, 1, 2, 3, you're away. Richie makes the run either behind or runs this way. And then once that pass comes off and finds its way to Odebear, or finds its way to Richie coming down this way, takes it through, runs this way. You then have a Bergvall. Jesus, is so hard. He's got a new tactics board, bro. You then have Bergvall making the run this way, bro. Bergvall just has to run this way, and then you're through. Like, it's so simple. I just don't get why we feel the need to have our players so far apart. Just bring our players closer together. What you need to have is this midfield operating in triangles. Look at all the triangles that this slight change fixes. You have a triangle here. Wait, how do I use this? Oh, I can't use that. Okay. You have a triangle here. Okay. Is there no triangle shape? I wish there was a triangle shape. Can I do this? Ah, here we go. There we go. That's what I want to do. All right, so you got a triangle here. All right. That's one triangle. You got a triangle here. Boom. 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 Got a triangle here. Boom. 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 Triangle. But you have a freaking diamond here, actually. Boom. 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 Like, look at all the options that we have. And you have other, like, miniature diamonds and stuff forming in here. Like, you have boom. 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 Like, look at all the other... Like, you see how many other options that we have kind of like this? Like, this is all that has to happen, bro. You have so many other options when you just allow players to build up like this, bro. I don't know why we're launching all of our players so high up and having them be so far away, bro. Like, just build up like this. But I don't know. Maybe Frank doesn't think that we have like the best passers for this, or I don't know what it is. But for some reason, he just doesn't feel the need to do that. So then what we're seeing is Johnson being pushed up here. You have Odebear being pushed up here. You have Richarlison up here against the center backs. You have Bergvall up here as well for some freaking reason. You have Bergvall up here. What the hell? You have Bergvall up here as well. And you have Sarr up here as well. And all you have is Bentancur like kind of like floating like in this middle of the pitch area, pretty much. And you have Poro over here, and you have Spence over here. Like what the hell is this build up? Like what do you expect to do here? I don't know what. All it takes is for a team just to do this, and then boom, like the midfield is cut off. Like all the passing options are gone pretty much after you do this. Like I don't know what the goal is by this setup, bro. I have no clue. Like what do you hope to gain by this? You have nothing centrally. There's like a big gap centrally. Okay, a big gap here. You only have to be able to work on the outsides. But the moment the ball gets up to this winger, you're having a fullback on the winger right away. Like, and none of our players have the strength to actually hold up the ball like Kudus does. Only Kudus can thrive with his back to goal. Only Kudus can. Because Kudus has the ability to hold the play and wait for support from either Poro to go through or Sarr to go through. Only Kudus can do this, bro. No one else in our squad can do this. So, anyways. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind here, bro. I don't even know. Where am I at? And what is it with new signings coming to Tottenham with no history record, and as soon as they step on Hotspur's way, they get injured. Like, I'm dying to see Mwani, but he has a dead leg. Yeah, there's something up with their medical team, bro. There's something up with it. You are dying to see Kota Takai. Bro, I need to see Kota Takai as well, bro. Like, where is this brother at? Same thing with Dragusin, bro. Like, where's Radu Dragusin? Yes, actually, I'd rather prefer him to Ben Davis. I would too, bro. I would too. Please don't talk about Brendan Johnson. Dude does nothing, guys. Soft. Remember when we got Gareth Bale, Regen, and Brennan Johnson? Bro, Brennan Johnson, man, like, at least Brennan Johnson in his first season was able to provide at least assists as well. Like, now Brennan Johnson is doing nothing, bro. He's doing nothing, man. No, it's true. That's the reason why Poro leads the league in stats, because Poro literally is the only player on that side that progresses, and it's rougher without Kudus. Yeah, but the thing is, even when Poro progresses, like, it's the same, like, dead cross into the middle, or it's just the same thing up to Kudus. Like, Poro is the only progressor. You're right. Poro is the only progressor, like, in this, or Romero. What about Odebear? I think he's poor too. We're bigging up average players like Tal and Odebear. I still have high hopes for Bergvall and Gray, but I don't see it. I have high hopes for Odebear. For me, the only thing that's holding Odebear back is his mentality. If he can just be more demanding on the ball and find the end product, then Odebear will actually explode. But for right now, Odebear is lacking in the mentality to be like, okay, I'll just do this myself. Okay, I'll take my man on consistently. Odebear takes his man on maybe once or twice a game. And usually if it doesn't come off, he won't try it again for a while. Kudus is always taking on his man. We need Odebear to do the exact same thing. But Odebear can't do that yet. But Tell, I'm seeing nothing with Tell, bro. I'm seeing nothing. I think Tell has has a really good shot on him. But he's so nervous, bro. He needs some goals to go in for him. Brenda Johnson is women's tennis player. He moans whenever he takes a power shot. What the Yo, what the hell? Bro, what do you mean by what the hell? Bro, what do you mean? I think that's also because Spence isn't good for build-up on the left side. Spence isn't good for build-up on the left side. Yeah, not really. Yeah, potentially. Benta has to get benched if Paulinho starts. 100%. Ben Davis is our fourth choice defender, right? One injury to Van Danzo, and your favorite guy, Ben Davis, is back on the pitch, bro. And that's the part where we left ourselves short. But hopefully, Ryder Dragusin should be back soon, and Kota Takai should be able to play soon as well. Let's see how good Kota Takai is. I don't know. But hopefully, those players will be back soon. Play Benta and Paulinho against teams like PSG. That's it. Yeah, I agree, Malware. Do you know Bergvall had better defending stats last season as compared to Sarr and Bissouma? Yeah, I could see it. I think we played Bergvall a couple times in the 6 last season too, so I could see it for sure. I could see it for sure. Basuma was woeful defensively, bro. He's woeful. And Sarr did not have a good season last season. He didn't. So yeah, I could believe that. That's why I think Breville can play 8, not 10. Yeah, no, Breville's not a 10. Can we try Poro as winger because he's shy at defending? Nah, Pro winger would not be good, bro. I'm not down for Pro winger. I'm not down for it. I'm not. Poro cannot take on his man, bro. Poro is not going to be the man one-on-one. To be fair, though, Breville was playing 8/6 side that had like 20 losses, so I don't know. I got to see with Xavi. Yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah, but still, he was our best player last season. I think Odebert has a shy personality. Doesn't really grab the game by the balls. Pause, bro. You know what I mean? He needs to have that Kudus attitude. Yeah, bro. That's what I've been saying, bro. Like with Odebert, I can see what he's trying to do. It's just a matter of him getting the confidence and finding like the end output. If he can get some goals and some assists, yeah, he's gonna be quality. But it's just a matter of actually grabbing those goals and assists and saying like, okay, my name is Wilson Odebert. I'm a French future star, and I'm going to beat my man. But he cannot do that consistently. So I'd like to see Ben Davis go up and down the left flank, bro. That guy ain't 20, bro. Ben Davis would be our offense would be dead with Ben Davis going up the flanks, bro. I love everything he did, but guys, let's move on. Yeah, Ben Davis, great servant to the club, but yeah, I think nothing enough is enough with Ben Davis, bro. I want to never see him ever again, man. But I think I'm going to wrap up the stream there, guys. I've been going for almost an hour and a half here. It's getting a little bit late, and for UK guys, I think it's like probably like 2 a.m. in the UK right now, or at least 3 a.m. almost. But yeah, man, big ups to you guys, bro. We will be back. I might do a stream Friday. I might do some FC on Friday, or I might do a very late night FC stream tomorrow potentially. So stay tuned. Either tomorrow, if not tomorrow, tomorrow I might start around this time, or very late night FC stream, or Friday evening I'll do a FC stream for you guys. Bro, Ultimate Team, I've been playing Ultimate Team offline. It's freaking insane, bro. The defending is so difficult this season. The meta is crazy. Teams are just doing counterattack, haram football and counterattack. So yeah, I'll definitely give you guys a stream on Friday or tomorrow potentially. But yeah, man. What if, hear me out, guys, what if we play Biss in the 10? Bro, I don't want to see Basuma ever in the squad again, bro, to be honest. I don't want to see him in the squad again, bro. How can you go, man, after only 1 hour of stream? Brother, it is getting very late in Canada here, and I have got to work tomorrow. That's why. But I've been going for almost an hour and a half, bro. It's been almost an hour and a half. But nah. Yeah, bro, it's getting late, man. I gotta work. Nate, FC 26 pro clubs you play? Anyone here play? Yeah, bro. Join Malware. Join the Discord server. We have a pro clubs team. We're just trying to get more players, but we have a pro clubs team. It's called Banter Hub. I'll put it in chat. I'll put Dago does 3-hour stream, bro. Brother, I am not Dago. Unfortunately, Kamal, I am not Dago. I am not Dago, bro. I am not Dago. So Dago is very dedicated. I cannot do the 3-hour streams. I don't know what Dago does for the daily days, but I work a 9 to 5, bro. So I work 2 jobs, bro. I work 2 jobs. So like I do sales and then I do like a 9 to 5 stuff as well. So I legit work 2 jobs plus the YouTube. I take this as a job too. I take it very seriously. So yeah, I unfortunately cannot do the super lengthy streams, but yeah, man. Well, I'll give you guys a stream. I'll give you guys a stream on either tomorrow or Friday for FC26. I'm gonna put the Discord server in the chat too. Join the Discord server. Building up a community over there. If you want to do pro clubs shit, then it's all gonna be all up in there. Hold on, let me get the link. Let me get the link for you guys. Where is the invite link? There it is. Wait. Hold on. Where the hell is the link, bro? Brother, I just wanna. Alright, let me grab this. Let's do new on my LinkedIn. Alright, I'll slap one in here for you guys. There's a link. I put it in chat. I'll put it in TikTok chat too. There's the link for you guys. Join the Discord server. And then we have a pro clubs chat in there. We're gonna get more players for pro clubs, and then we should hopefully be able to start an actual freaking team. I think we have like 3 or 4 people now, but yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see. Anyways, big ups to you guys, bro. Big ups to you guys. Great stream. We had a laugh, some rage moment. Anyways, good night, guys. Till next time, yes, sir. I will see you guys in the next stream, man. Like I said, I'll be back either on tomorrow or Friday, so stay tuned. I'll let you guys know. But the best way to know when I go live, guys, is in the Discord chat. I'm more active in the Discord server, so join the Discord. That's when you can know exactly when I go live. And also, I've been lacking on videos too. I will be posting more videos for you guys as well, so stay tuned for that as well. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream, man. Peace out, y'all. Peace out. Come on, Chosen. In that number. Oh, when the Spurs go marching in.